and welcome to FIA Pure Motorsport. On this week's episode, we'll bring you great autocross action from Germany. We'll take a look at the rising popularity of Simracing. Plus, we'll show you the FIA Rally Star American Final. And much, much more from the world of FIA Motorsports. The third stop of the FIA European Autocross Championship took place in Matschenberg, Germany. This track in the east of Germany is 820 meters long, and the fastest drivers can reach top speeds of around 180 kilometers an hour. But it's also very narrow, so the start, the first jump after the start, and the first left-hand bend play a big role in order to be far ahead. The FIA Cross Car Academy Trophy will be held for the first time this season. The young drivers will race a total of 5 race weekends over the season. The qualifying session were dominated by 2 drivers from Belgium, Jordan Genton and Emilien Allard, who was already a member of the FIA Cross Car Academy Trophy last year, along with Matteo Bernini. The 2 young Belgians have the best start, and Jordan Genton immediately takes the lead. After the jump, Allard tries to pass on the inside, both touch each other, and Jordan Genton crashes into the barriers. The race is over for him. Without the duel with his Belgian compatriot, Emilien Allard controls the race and drives to a commanding victory. He wins by almost 3 seconds ahead of Matteo Bernini. Diego Gonzalez makes it onto the podium in his first Cross Car Academy Trophy race. In the cross cars category, Frenchman Valentin Comte in his black buggy is one of the favorites to win the race. He has the best start but drifts too far out in the first corner, and Ivan Pina Chinchilla is able to pass him on the inside. The Spaniard has already shone in the qualifying runs with some great times. But Comte manages to get past him on the approach to the jump hill, and he takes the lead again. A lead he defends until the finish. Victory for Valentin Comte. Ivan Pina Chinchilla comes second, and David Mea takes third place. The order is reversed in the overall classification, but after 2 stops, the first 3 drivers are close together. Mayotte is tied in points with Chinchilla. Comte's win has narrowed the gap to them to 3 points. Arnaud Florian and Malone Feuillade already had some great duels in the qualifying heats, and the many spectators expected nothing less for the final. The 2 are making good time at the front, but there's a lot of action behind them as the field approaches the first bend. Feuillade and Florian are very close at the front. Despite a lot of pressure, the Frenchman holds on to the lead. And in the last laps, Malone Feuillade is able to pull away a little bit. He wins a great race ahead of Arnaud Florian. Nathan Ottink from the Netherlands makes it onto the podium in 3rd place. In the overall ranking, Florian is still 22 points ahead of Feuillade, who could draw level with the Czech Philipp Durt, who only finished 4th in Matschenberg. For Germany's Markus Wibbeler, the race in Matschenberg is a home race, as he only lives a couple hundred kilometers away from the track. His biggest competitor in the buggy 1600 category is the reigning European champion Kevin Peters. The best start belongs to Dutchman Stijn Jaspers in the dark red and black buggy, but he enters the first corner with too much speed, loses control, and Wibbeler takes advantage of this to overtake the Dutchman on the inside. Wibbeler ahead of Jaspers and Kevin Peters, and that's the order even after a few laps. None of the leaders makes a mistake, and so the competitors have no chance to really overtake. In the end, a narrow victory at the home race for Markus Wibbeler. Stijn Jaspers comes second, and Kevin Peters completes the podium in 3rd. A great and well-earned win for the German driver in Matschenberg. Overall leader Jakub Nowotny only finished in 8th place. Wibbeler and Jaspers are able to close the gap on him. Markus Wibbeler is only 2 points behind, and Stijn Jaspers now only 7 points. In the Super Buggies, the race in Matschenberg is a clear affair for the reigning European champion and big title favorite Peter Nekerdem. After 1 first and 2 second places in the season so far, the Czech wins for the 2nd time. In Matschenberg, he delivers a commanding performance and manages a lights-to-flag victory. Zdenek Antony finishes second, more than 3 seconds behind. Mike Barthelin completes the podium in third place. In the overall standings, Nicodem leads by 21 points ahead of Vincent Mercier, who finishes fourth in Matschenberg. Mike Barthelin is third with 91 points total. Autocross events are not just about adrenaline-pumping races and spectacular drifting. They're a celebration of the motorsports community, where the spirit of family and togetherness thrives. In the paddocks, amidst the roar of the engines, a heartwarming atmosphere engulfs families, creating lasting memories and forging connections.
We have a good relationship. It's like when sometimes you go from one race to another race, and then we are on the same camping, and yeah, you do things together. So yeah, that's nice, playing football, or yeah, go somewhere to a restaurant.
One of the most beautiful aspects of autocross paddocks is the unwavering support and encouragement that fills the air. Families gather around to cheer for their loved ones, creating an infectious atmosphere of excitement and motivation. Everyone helps each other practice their sport.
If we need more help, and yeah, by example, we break an engine or something, then people are coming and like, can I help? And then yeah, if we need it, then we can get help. Yeah, it's like everyone helps each other if needed.
The paddock is a playground for everyone, including families with children. It's a realm where families bond, friendships flourish, and the love for motorsports is shared across generations.
So when I was born, I grew up on the races. I went with my father to all the races in the Netherlands, and I started racing when I was 12 years old. That's what we like to do. If we come on the races, then we see all the other drivers again. I met some new drivers, and I really like it to see them again if I'm in the weekend on the race.
Autocross paddocks are a testament to the power of community, reminding us that our shared passions have the ability to unite us and uplift us. Aspiring FIA World Rally Championship winners were getting set for the FIA Rally Star American Final. The FIA Rally Star American Final was the last of 5 continental finals scheduled and followed the previously held shootout events in Europe, the Middle East and North Africa, the African and Asian Pacific shootouts.
So the FIA Rally Star selection process gives an opportunity to young drivers from all around the world who maybe don't have the chance to be able to come through national selection processes. This is the opportunity for them to come and compete at the highest level around the world.
The winner will join Estonia's Romet Jürgensen, who triumphed at the FIA Rally Star European Final, Oman's Abdullah Al-Taki, the winner of the Rally Star MENA Final, the African winner Max Smart, and Australian Taylor Gill, the winner of the FIA Rally Star Asia Pacific Final, to participate in the FIA Rally Star training season, where he will move a step closer to a possible dream drive in the FIA Junior World Rally Championship. The top female competitor qualifies for the FIA Rally Star Women's Final, which takes place in Italy after the American Final.
Yeah, we're looking for somebody who can go on in this program for the next 3 years. So really we're looking for somebody who can be Junior World Champion in 2025. So obviously it's easy to measure performance. It's more difficult to measure potential, but that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to look and see who we feel has the potential to go on through all the training and rallies they'll do in the next few years and be a rally star of the future.
42 drivers from 8 countries contested the FIA Rally Star American Final. Through a partnership with the Automobile Club d'Italia, the Maggiora Offroad Arena in the north of Italy was hosting the FIA Rally Star American after logistical issues meant Uruguay could no longer stage the event. Uruguay was the intended replacement for Peru, where a period of social unrest earlier this year meant it was no longer possible to arrange the 2 finals in that country.
Here in Italy, see all these drivers coming from Canada, America, Uruguay, Peru. I mean, it's just incredible to see them, and I think they have the time of their lives. What an adventure to come here to Europe for them. It's incredible to see, and I think they have a lot of fun.
3 days of intense competition and testing awaited these young drivers, including a rigorous physical test followed by the opportunity to showcase their skills behind the wheel of a Pirelli-equipped TN5 cross car belonging to the Life Live organization of FIA World Rally champion Thierry Neuville. And already on the first day, the participants were extremely challenged. Heavy rainfall turned the 930-meter-long course into a very muddy affair. Difficult conditions for the drivers, who had to complete 1 reconnaissance lap and 2 timed laps.
Today we have really different conditions here. We have some tarmac, some gravel, which now it's mud. Also some tarmac with mud on the tarmac, so it's quite sleepy. And the drivers have to adapt himself, try to drive in a different style everywhere and judge the grip. So it's really demanding, and it's good to find these qualities on this driver.
On the second day, competitors took part in 2 timed runs. The fastest 2 drivers in each of the 5 groups qualified for Stage 3. Those eliminated could register to contest the digital challenge, which provided an alternative route to the final for 1 to 2 drivers. The qualifiers from Stage 2 and the digital challenge tackled Stage 3. In warm and dry conditions, the 12 drivers representing Uruguay, Paraguay, Peru, Argentina, Costa Rica, Mexico, and Canada completed 3 laps for a total of 2,790 meters. The results of a running session and a reflex test plus a formal interview were also used by the jury to determine the winner.
Not necessarily somebody who is the fastest today is the one that has been chosen, because we're looking for people who not necessarily have experience, but who are progressing, that we can see the improvement during the weekend, who actually we can see that they put an effort into coming here, into preparing to come here. We need to have somebody that has got enthusiasm to it, that is absolutely dedicated to do everything he can do to become a successful rally driver.
The winner of each continental final can look forward to 6 rallies in an M Sport Ford Fiesta Rally 3 during the FIA Rally Star training season. The FIA Rally Star training season package includes physical and intellectual assessment, driver coaching, and testing. The aim is to equip the successful contestants with the attributes they need as they attempt to secure a drive in the FIA World Rally Championship in the future. Indeed, the 4 best-performing drivers in the FIA Rally Star training season will win an FIA Junior WRC Championship drive in 2024, the first step on the ladder to the top-level hybrid-based Rally 1 category. In the women's event, Anya Silonitz from Peru was selected by the FIA Rally Star jury following her performance throughout the 3 days and would advance to the women's final.
Dreams come true, that's everything I can say. I've been looking for this my whole life.
And 26-year-old Jose Abito Caparro from Peru was crowned FIA Rally Star American final winner.
I'm the happiest person in the world now. I'm feeling like very blessed, but I know it's a start from now. So I will put my everything and be happy for sure. That's the purpose, to be a driver. So let's be the next one.
For the first time, a race weekend of the Goodyear FIA European Truck Racing Championship took place in Poznan, Poland. And the reigning champion Norbert Kish also made his mark on the 3rd event of the current season. Kish celebrated an unchallenged lights-to-flag victory in both the first and the 3rd race of the weekend. Wins 7 and 8 of the season for the Hungarian. The other 2 races were closer affairs. Lucas Hahn held strong at the front, defending attacks from Steffi Halm and Jamie Anderson to celebrate his 2nd win of his career in race 2. In the last race of the weekend, Antonio Albacete scored a lights-to-flag victory. The performance of Norbert Kish was spectacular as he advanced from 8th on the grid to 3rd place with 11 laps, extending his championship lead over his competitors. He now leads in the overall standings by 30 points ahead of Jochen Hahn. The 4th round of the Italian F4 Championship certified by FIA took place at the Autodromo Nazionale Monza, and the 3 races of the weekend were dominated by Arvid Lindblad. The junior Red Bull driver from Prima Racing secured a hat-trick of victories that etched his name among the few who have been able to accomplish such a feat at the Temple of Speed. After wins in the first 2 races, he had an outstanding battle with Ugo Ugochukwu, the McLaren junior driver from Prima Racing. Ugo Chukwu led the race for a long time until he was involved in an incident with Lindblad that dropped him to 13th place, allowing his rival to secure an uncontested victory. At the FIA Motorsport Games 2022, the Fanatec esports competition was one of those with the largest number of participants. Drivers from 57 nations competed for gold, silver, and bronze, including a host of non-traditional motorsport nations. The reason for this is easy to spot: sim racing. The exhilarating blend of cutting-edge technology and the raw passion for motorsports has surged in popularity over the years. With its immersive experiences, realistic physics, and dynamic competitions, sim racing has not only become a thrilling form of entertainment, but has also opened doors for aspiring drivers, fostering skills and personal growth. This is how four-time European truck racing champion Norbert Kish started his successful motorsports career, in front of the computer in his children's room.
I was a simulator driver first, and after I became the real race car driver. And I still do it, and I still think that driving a simulator is really good if you go on the internet and drive against people, real life, real time. And in one of these online championships, I win an opportunity in 2005, when I was 20 years old, to drive a real race car on a circuit. And that's how I become a real racing driver,
The FIA Rally Star is a global talent detection program organized by the FIA and its clubs. The project's main objective is to search for rising stars of tomorrow. And here too, the FIA uses sim racing to discover talent that would otherwise slip through the scouting net.
It's very easy for people to access digital, access esports, and it's been very interesting in this competition, the amount of people that have qualified through digital and come on, and when they've driven in real life, IRL as they talk about, then they've been very good. So it's a really interesting aspect for the future. I'm not sure it's 100% connected. They're two separate things, but certainly for talent detection, it can be a really useful first step.
One of the most successful sim racers is James Baldwin. He's not only won the gold medal at the FIA Motorsport Games, in 2022 the 25-year-old was also voted VCO Racer of the Year and Autosport Esports Driver of the Year. In 2020 he also competed in the British GT Championships, so he knows both sides.
It looks realistic, it feels realistic. It's not 100%, it's like 96, 97%. There are some differences. The best comparison I can make is driving the McLaren GT3 in real life in the sim, and the bumps and curbs in real life don't feel as bumpy, but apart from that, the general techniques and the way it feels is very similar.
James started his career racing in karting at age 8, going on to win 5 national championships. Unable to secure a suitable budget to progress into single-seaters, James did not give up, instead turning to the new and exciting arena of esports as a way to keep racing competitively.
Just need to buy a cheap pedal set wheel, and maybe stick it on your desk to start with, buy a PC or a console, and start entering these competitions, leagues and stuff like that, and get some good results. Try and join a low-level esports team, work your way up, and that's all it takes. If you're quick enough and you're good enough, you'll make it. There's no barrier of you ain't got enough money, which I found in real-life motorsport.
Sim racing has revolutionized the world of motorsports, offering an accessible, immersive, and thrilling experience that captivates enthusiasts and nurtures talent. With its affordability, realism, skill development opportunities, vibrant community, and inclusivity, sim racing has brought the excitement of racing to countless individuals who may have otherwise remained mere spectators. For the first time in the European Championships, Denmark is on the calendar with an exciting new venue. The karting club in Rodby is an all-new facility opened in 2021 and located on the island of Lolland, just over 150 kilometers south of Copenhagen. The new circuit has already gained plenty of compliments from the drivers in OK, Junior, and the Academy Trophy, who have arrived to continue their quest for European karting glory. Some even calling the circuit the Zandvoort of karting. Heading into the third weekend of 4, it's a critical point for the FIA karting season as we draw near to crowning 2 of our European champions for the season. With the battle only just beginning in the Academy Trophy and at the halfway stage of the OK classes, anything can still happen, but it's important for the drivers to take advantage of every opportunity from here on out. The start of the Academy Trophy in Apostolides and Walton are split by Barry Berg heading into the first corner with Rocco Cornell snapping at the heels of the top 5. Barry Berg attempts to take the lead into turn 3, but the Greek up front wouldn't surrender the corner. A couple of eager drivers on the first lap trigger a chain reaction, and while some lose positions, fortunately everyone stays in the race. Barry Berg tries again halfway around the opening lap, and again the Greek defends to protect his lead. But into the penultimate corner, Barry Berg finally makes it work, and Marty slips ahead as well, with Apostolides drifting into the grass and now has to recover in third. Marty seizes his chance to grab the lead and does so, becoming the third leader in 2 laps. 2 corners later, and Coronel with the orange helmet overtakes Walton to move into third position as the quartet has now broken away from the pack. Coronel then grabs second, and he isn't done yet, and incredibly he becomes the 4th race leader on only lap number 3. On lap 16, Coronel decides to retake the lead from Silkunas. He refuses to give space and they bang wheels. Incredibly, at the end of the lap, Apostolides returns to the head of the field, with Billard now chasing Coronel for second. While there's a fight for second place, Apostolides is able to disappear. Walton's impatience will cost Coronel dearly, as it's now the Dutchman's turn to drop positions in the closing stages. The battle intensifies and it ends in disaster for Woda and Campos as they tangle with Barry Berg and the British driver Harry Bartle doing the same behind them. So after one of the most exciting finals in recent years, Apostolides somehow holds on for a brilliant coming-of-age victory ahead of Max Walton. Argentinian driver Santonio Panetta completes the podium in third. With his second place finish, Max Walton takes the lead in the overall standings and heads to the last stop in Italy with a 15-point lead over Hugo Martito. In junior, the top 4 will remain as they start as the field sweeps through turn 1, but championship contender Lewis Werrell and fellow Brit Noah Wolff are squeezed off the road and plummet to the back of the queue. By the end of lap 7, Alexander Bondarev has caught his teammate, and before the Italian even knows what to do next, Bondarev is already taking the lead. With the Ukrainian now up front and his main rivals hitting trouble, it must look too good to be true. Costoya sweeps past Martinez for second, and Drummond joins him up in third, but instead of working with his teammate to catch the Ukrainian in the lead, he decides to make the move to pass the Spaniard. They bang wheels and lose time, with Antonov through into fourth ahead of Costoya. Just when Kart Republic is preparing for an easy finish, Antonov decided to make the move for second and passes his Italian stablemate. But after a tough weekend where he had barely won a race all weekend long, Alexander Bondarev has saved his best drive for the final, and for the second event in a row, he clinches the victory. Stepan Antonov joins him on the podium, and Jacopo Martinez finishes in third position. After 3 of 5 stops, Alexander Bondarev's lead in the overall standings has grown to 42 points. Belgian Thibaut Ramakers is in second position, and Lewis Werrell only has an outside chance of winning the title in third. In the OK category, the Prima twins storm forward with Powell ahead of Nakamura Berta, while Gomez bangs wheels with Joe Turney. While Powell leads the field, Lammers wastes no time at all, passing Nakamura Berta, and the Dutchman is up to second place. Nakamura Berta struggling to gain back that momentum and is now under pressure from Stolcher Minus, and it won't be long before the Energy Corsa is alongside and then ahead. Finally, on lap 10, Lammers has caught Powell, and at the banking, he makes a decisive move. The Jamaican tries to challenge back, but it's already over. There was a little bit more of a push from Gomez in the closing stages, but René Lammers has done enough to manage the gap with some careful tire management and efficient speed. He utterly deserves his maiden FIA karting win in only his third season in the paddock. Gabriel Gomez and Alex Powell joined the Dutch driver on the podium, a very important win for René Lammers that gives him a 6-point lead in the overall standings over Gabriel Gomez that promises a hot duel for the title. That's it for today. On our next episode of FIA Pure Motorsport, we'll show you some spectacular cross-country action from Italy. We'll also have the fascinating Formula Regional in Mugello and one of the fastest hill climb experts, Frenchman Sébastien Petit. Till next time, take care everybody and ciao.